The World Health Organization says the hantavirus outbreak tied to a cruise ship is now over. The WHO reports the outbreak resulted in 13 cases and 3 deaths. Officials say 650 people in 33 countries might have had contact with those on board. The WHO says the last contact has completed their quarantine period and tested negative. There has not been a new case reported since May 25th. Today, the Vatican excommunicated 6 members of a breakaway Catholic group after it defied Pope Leo. That means they are excluded from the sacraments of the church. Church leaders say the Society of St. Pius X ordained 4 bishops without papal approval. There were repeated warnings not to. It also says that priests and lay members who formally joined the group face the same penalty. The dispute centers on the group's rejection of key Catholic Church reforms adopted during the Second Vatican Council in the 1960s. Red flag warnings have been issued in Colorado and Utah. The warnings mean conditions are favorable for wildfires to start. This as dozens of current wildfires continue to burn. Utah's Cottonwood Fire is likely the most destructive and expensive in the state's history. And in Colorado, the Aspen Acres Fire have burned over 28,000 acres, prompting evacuations. Right now, crews are working to control the Gold Mountain Fire in Colorado, which has been burning out of control at over 15,000 acres.
Our number one priority is on this fire and is on all fires, the safety of the public and our wildland firefighters. Next, we have a variety of resources that we consider values at risk.
Firefighting crews continue to use multiple strategies, including direct extinguishment and indirect confinement to limit the spread. With the blaze growing into forested areas, crews fighting the flames say the fire will likely be around for a while. Rescue teams continue to search for survivors in Venezuela after a pair of earthquakes struck last week. The death toll is up to 2,295, according to the country's National Assembly president. That's up 350 people from the previous day, and it's expected to rise dramatically as tens of thousands of people are being feared dead. The United Nations says authorities are preparing 10,000 body bags in anticipation of finding more people dead.
I know that we have still been finding people alive in these buildings, so I'm not ready to give up yet.
The Venezuelan government faces criticism over its response to the crisis. Despite Venezuela being home to the world's largest reported oil reserves, government equipment has been unusable due to a lack of fuel. It's leaving many crews to search by hand. 4 officials have been arrested after they were found to be, quote, appropriating valuables found in the rubble. That's according to a statement from the Scientific, Penal, and Criminal Investigations Corps. Overnight, Russia launched a massive attack on Ukraine, destroying residential buildings and killing over a dozen civilians. Moscow's military called the strikes retaliation for Ukrainian attacks of its own civil infrastructure. Ukraine's Air Force says Russia launched nearly 500 drones and over 70 missiles toward the country and targeted the capital from different directions. Most of the missiles and drones were intercepted, but 33 projectiles made impact. 17 people were confirmed dead and 86 more injured, including children, according to Ukrainian emergency services. A new study estimates the war's total casualty numbers has surpassed 2 million. Today, former Olympic canoeist David Hearn was indicted on a felony charge for vandalism of the reflecting pool. He was arrested after he touched a piece of material that had partially detached in the pool. He is charged with 1 count of destruction of property and faces a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison if convicted. A U.S. attorney says he ripped up recently installed sealant and caused over $1,000 in damages. Hearn denies any wrongdoing. The Trump administration plans to launch Trump accounts on the 4th of July. Parents can open investment accounts for any child born during Trump's second term and receive $1,000 from the government. Accounts can be opened for older children as long as they don't turn 18 before the end of the year. They will not receive the $1,000 immediately. Children cannot access the money until they turn 18. They have to use it for specific purposes like buying a home, starting a new business, or paying for college tuition. Families can sign up at trumpaccounts.gov.